All right, let's deal with this right here. So you got to watch the video this comment is attached to. And it's a woman who's saying that men aren't dumb. They're manipulative, and they're smart enough to be able to change their tactics to continue to control women. And she brings up a lot of points that I would love to debate with her against, right? Because I don't, she doesn't understand the economics of any of the things that she's saying. And so she doesn't know that the things that she's talking about were actually to the benefit of women, or at least to empower women so that they could be used, one of the two, which isn't a good one, the second one, right? Either. But story time. Okay, so I remember I had this girl. I was so into her. This was back when I was in the military, and me and this girl were living together, and we were just so in love. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna marry this girl. I was 20 nothing years old. I was laying up with this girl for the first time. I had all the access that I wanted without any type of restriction to some ass, and this girl was as fine as frog hair. So I just knew I was in love, and she was the one. And I remember this one day, we were driving down the street. She had like this white neon. And you guys remember the white neons? Yeah, they were all over the road. So we were there. We were in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Midwest City, Oklahoma. And we pulled up next to this car. And you guys remember how the Grand Prix used to look just like the Grand Ams? They looked the exact same. Well, there was this burgundy Grand Prix right next to us. And I was like, is that a Grand Am or a Grand Prix? And then we pulled up to another light, and it looked like it was the same car next to us, but I wasn't sure. And I looked back, and I was staring at the car trying to figure out if it was a Grand Am or a Grand Prix. And my girl was like, what are you looking at over there? And I was like, I'm looking at the car. And she's like, no, you're looking at the girls in the car. I didn't even know there were girls in the car, right? I had no clue. I wasn't looking at all, And she got so upset with me, and this spiraled into this humongous fight. And here's why I tell this story, because you have some people who have been through something, trauma, neglect, abuse, and it becomes the lens through which they view the world. And because of that, they lose the ability to evaluate reality. And so this woman gives an example where she's like, you look at Homer Simpson, and Homer Simpson being made to look like a dumb, incompetent man and a husband was a trick by men to make women feel like they're too dumb to be dangerous. When really, I believe it's what women wanted to see, and they wanted to make a show that women would watch and people would watch, and to increase female viewership, they show a really dumb man and a very competent woman. And you see this over and over and over again in most television shows, because if you want to get women to watch, then you need to show a dumb man and a competent woman. And the men will watch because of the comedy, and the women will watch because of the empowerment.